Alright, welcome to another edition of What the Fuck Happenings YouTube Atheist Community and Stickam Fun. Recording on a different camera. Yeah. It was in Stickam last night, so I figured I should record on it just for the hell of it. Yeah. Me and that Adam guy, we were talking about cameras and all other kinds of computery shit, and so yeah, we drove everybody out of the room. Otherwise, yeah, it was a weird night. I mean, it was, it was okay conversation, it went okay. Nothing brilliant. Yeah, so, not that there's often anything brilliant in Stickam, but, it has its moments. Really, there's not much of note. No celebrities, no movie stars. So, yeah, just the regular folk. Yeah, no Karinas. Samari's still vacant. Well, not vacant. That's the wrong word to use. Barren. Yeah, no, wrong word. Still not showing up. Little girl cat, she doesn't show up usually. She's hungry. You want some more food? Alright, well, after I'm done working. Anyway, she's got really great eyes. Like, really green and such. Anyway, yeah, so there should be something in Stickam, but there really wasn't much there. Yeah, I'm not thinking of anything. So we'll just talk about this bullshit drama stuff that's going on. A little hard to follow some of it. The Waterman racism thing with Hannibal. Oh yeah, and that just reminded me of Jump the Shark because he had favored an old Grey Text video, and I was like, holy shit! It was like from 2008, and Grey Text was doing one of his little ponages of me, Grey Text Foundation, and just you're just like amazed. It's almost 4 years of this bullshit. Just fighting over the same shit, really. He used the word objective again, like it's a scary word. That there's something like a rational truth. Yeah, the more reasonable argument, description. Yeah, like things are on a scale of reasonableness. So anyway, yeah, with that Adam guy, we're talking about these cameras. This isn't a great walk and talk camera, just because, it is this focal length thing again. You really can't, see my arm is starting to shake. Yeah, it's just a little bit too far away. You got to hold it to get your head any kind of reasonable size. But the color looks good, and I don't know about the sound though. We'll see. Anyway, but it's supposed to be good for direct uploads to YouTube, so that's the part I'll see. I'll see if it's any better than the flip. But it doesn't really matter. Anyway, side issue again. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah, drama shit. So yeah, Hannibal's sort of, jumped the shark. I mean, that was the theme of Grey Texas video, that I had jumped the shark in 2008. Well, the shark isn't chewing on me yet. I'm still in midair. It's still debatable whether I'm falling in or gonna whatever bounce or something. And I guess jumping the shark really isn't that bad as long as you are successful at jumping the shark. But it's still lame. So yeah, I certainly am in lame territory. But he's lamer, so he jumped the shark and fell in, and yeah, they're chewing on his blubber. So he shouldn't talk about jumping sharks and such, because he certainly hasn't gone anywhere, anywhere non-sharky. So anyway, but the point is it's just the Hannibal guy. There's a certain irony there, that he featured a video talking about jumping in a shark, because you really ultimately jump the shark when you say, I'm leaving, and you don't leave. I mean, you don't take down, your argument is that there's some jeopardy that you're at because of your opinions, and then you don't take down the videos and you don't close your channel, but you say you're leaving. Now what sense does that make? It doesn't sound like you're really leaving then. It sounds like you're leaving the door wide the hell open to not leave. And that sounds kind of jump the sharky. You're supposed to know about all of this stuff, and you're a brilliant scientist, which you're not. You're full of shit. I mean, just about everything he says is crap, junk science. And then here he's supposed to have some kind of credibility, and he can't even leave YouTube properly. He can't even do that right. And this is the guy that's going to tell you where humans acquire their intelligence, or whether or not there's a concept of ethical meaning in the universe, that we don't need to have it written on a rock somewhere by the universe. The universe doesn't have to actually inform us that suffering sucks, that we might be able to figure it out on our own, that there's this qualitative value to the dynamic of our consciousness, that it creates something called quality. The quality really doesn't exist in any meaningful way until you have a sentient organism that can be qualitatively affected, where they can be harmed. I mean, you know, I still am stunned that I have to make an argument. I have to actually explain to people how the welfare of sentient things is where value is derived. I mean, why does this have to be explained to people? Is there some other thing that means something? I mean, come on. It doesn't. There's nothing else that means anything to you, and you goddamn know it. You know, the human race is desperately running from taking even a little bit of accountability for their life. They eat too much. They spend too much. They waste all over the goddamn place because it's inconvenient. It's too inconvenient, you know, in terms of how people feel, the quality of their living experience, to actually throw their garbage in a garbage can. I am guilty of it occasionally, I have to admit. But I am living with the garbage, so it's my garbage ultimately, and I will be responsible for it. I'm not throwing garbage on the street. But it is kind of amazing when you watch a car go by and see that little cup fly out, and you're just saying, wow, he can't even endure the suffering of holding on to the cup for another 5 minutes till he gets to a proper waste facility or a container, you know, contraption. This one's an improper one because it's upside down. Yeah, they don't work as well when they're upside down. But anyway, this one's right side up, but it's full of water. You know, flood insurance water, but no point in the winter because, you know, it's not going to be any good when it's frozen. So anyway, so Hannibal Barker, he's jumped the shark. He's gone. He's good riddance to bad rubbish. He was full of shit. Compulsive liar, I think. I mean, there's no other explanation. He's got a psychiatric disorder. He probably thinks he's a fat Napoleon or something. No, I'm Napoleon. I'm just retaining water, or retaining oceans. Yeah, I'm retaining the seawater, so it's like the ocean. Anyway, so what else? Wise monkey. Yeah. Oh yeah, the boo-boo thing. I really gotta get to that, but she made a video, so you know, not yelling at me, but snarking at me because I snarked at her. So we'll just do this, exchange videos in some sort of insane manner. But it is just gotten insane. I mean, people are making joke videos. I mean, Great Text is all about doing this witty crap, and so people misunderstand what he's saying. Wise Monkey's playing the same bullshit game. He doesn't realize half his audience doesn't know he's playing a game. And there's some real serious issues here. There's serious shit going on here about you know, what it is to be alive and being a human and all this kind of shit, and they're mixing all this buffoonery in it that's not properly labeled buffoonery. I mean, when I'm being an asshole, you can tell when I'm being an asshole. I mean, I'm wearing a silly hat or something. I mean, there's a giveaway somewhere. So anyway, so you know, she made a response video to Wise Monkey, and so, you know, I sort of commented, and I also ragged on people for making a bunch of comments on the Hannibal Barker videos. Like, what's the fucking point? You're just making bad videos have the appearance of quality, you know, by putting 200 comments on a shit video. I mean, it doesn't make much sense. And I was just griping too, because my comment section of my videos was useless mush, most of it. Okay, people weren't even on the subject. So anyway, her defense, her argument to me was, I misunderstood her comment, and that it was plainly, obviously, I was stupid for misunderstanding. And it's like, how the fuck was I supposed to figure out you commented before you watched the video? I mean, how the hell was I supposed to know that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't sit there and give each comment, you know, 5 minutes of contemplation and figure out, oh, wait a minute, she couldn't have possibly watched the video because she says here, that, and, you know, I don't bother wasting my neurons on every fucking comment trying to figure out what exactly the commenter, you know, whether they were, you know, having a good or bad day or any of this other bullshit. It was the first comment on the board, and you didn't modify it. You watched the video and you didn't say, oh, my bad, I see where you talked about it in the video, so yeah, okay, sorry. You didn't do that. So there was no context but your comment. It just sat there, you know, and it was just as I described it. It wasn't useful to me, and I think it just you know, it implied you know, that somehow what I had said in the video was bullshit. I mean, that's the implication of it in a way. Like somehow I didn't know the truth. YouTube hadn't changed its policy, and you know, I was just talking shit. And I wasn't talking shit. The policy has changed. And so, yeah, I just figured it was, I just thought it was a bullshit comment, and I mentioned it was a bullshit comment, and I really don't see the need to make a whole video explaining how you don't deserve me to say it's a bullshit comment. And then the Wise Monkey thing just happened to be a video I just watched, and it was on my mind. And again, it just has to do with this issue that the more people pay attention to this asshole, you know, the more they attempt communication, you know, you're just attracting attention to it then. So what's the point of that? I mean, if he's actually making an argument that's rational, then it's good cause for playing along. But he's not. He's just distracting. It's just a commercial. It's you know, I don't even want to call it a cartoon because cartoons have value. He's just a commercial. He's an annoyance, an irritation, a distraction, a pointless waste of time. There's nothing sincere or anything about him that has anything to do with anything real. It just has to do with this eccentric, bizarre personality disorder he has. Like we all do have some kind of one. But anyway, it's just bullshit. So what else can I complain about? Amazing Atheist did another question video, and you're just like, oh, no, he didn't do that. Not again. You know, no. There's a point where you just can't keep going to that same well. I mean, man, you keep serving up the same chewed waffle. You know, I mean, how many times are you going to give me this already chewed waffle? But it's not me, obviously, because I don't watch most of his crap videos anyway. But I mean, it's just so I'm too stupid to think of anything to talk about, so I'll let you idiots and morons, you know, provoke me into talking about nose hair. It's just, yeah. So what else is there? There's probably some other crap. Yeah, Great Text. I mean, it really is this. We really are playing the team game, and Great Text plays right into it. I mean, he does all this commentary about the Borg and Borg psychology and you know, manipulation by the media, and he's just playing the game. I mean, if that Hannibal Barker guy uttered just a couple of different sentences in his videos, more associated with this idea of life being futile and stupid, or you know, more anti his Great Text's underlying philosophy, yeah, he wouldn't be doing this, you know, defense game he's playing. And you know, none of these people, to be serious, you know, no way. I mean, the guy has made statements that she should find pretty friggin' offensive, and yet she puts up with it because, oh, he's against inmendham, and that's all that matters. You know, it is kind of lame. I mean, it just seems kind of obvious, you know, and it just seems like an awful lot of hypocrisy fluttering about. What else? Yeah, Piero made a couple of, you know, I just don't even get his videos anymore. I mean, they're never on anything, or about anything, or saying anything. You know, he saw some sort of intention in Das Spook, you know, sort of painted head, Piero-faced guy. You know, the face just turns out that way. And the fact that it ended up with two faces, I guess Piero took that as a slight, you know, or a commentary. And you know, I sort of pointed out in Stickcam, they weren't negative faces; they were both good faces. So he shouldn't feel too bad about that. But he is incredibly two-faced. So that's, you know, even if this spook did it by accident, it was a good accident. It was an accurate accident. You know, it was a good thing to, you know, run over. If you had to run something over. Yeah. So anyway, so there's a little bit of tension between them on that subject. A lot of tension. There's just a lot of tension. Yeah, there's this tension in the air. Okay, so I gotta do my pseudoscience rat video. Yeah, I forgot about that. I gotta get that done. I mean, there's just so much pseudoscience everywhere. It's just all over the place. Everything's pseudoscience. All science is pseudoscience almost. I'm so disgusted with this effort. It's like the to be serious syndrome. Yeah, but this effort to contextualize the truth into some sort of rainbow story, and it's all over the place. Just looking for, they're just desperate to find the silver lining, and they're gonna, they'll turn, photons into mind-reading, super intelligent energy force waves. It's just whatever. It's in two places at once, and then, after it gets where it's going, it decides what road it took. Yeah, okay, sure it did. It has all these powers that we don't have. It's kind of funny. Oh yes, the photons have power, but we don't have any power. Yeah, sure. We don't get to make any real choices, but the photons do. Yeah, sure. Anyway. Now I won't even get into the subjects like free will. I mean, just every single subject. There's just too many fucking morons, and they're too fucking stupid. You're just like, there's no excuse for all this stupidity. So yes, and so I guess we're going to hope we're going to fix it all with, yeah. I mean, I think we do have to make some kind of professional. I mean, the Gray guy has made a couple of really good videos where you just take some of the best parts of content, the best statements, and tie it together, and make it a little more slick and stylish. And unfortunately, you do have to do some of that selling, with philosophy. I mean, cleavage maybe. Yeah, that was a subject. I stayed away from the cleavage subject because I don't have any. Yeah, just because it's just so obvious. I mean, I had to explain it in stick hand. I mean, obviously men are, they're visually oriented, and they like to look at aesthetically pretty things, and it's a nice, and I concede I like something going on in a video that you can watch. But sometimes the person themselves is boring, and yeah, when a chick's cute or pretty, damn, it helps. It makes the shit go down, in the most delightful way. That's the reality, and we see it in the numbers. And it seems quite obvious that women, don't function the same way. So, it's a male-dominant medium also, which means that the preferences of the males are likely to get, whatever the word is, to do well. So anyway, I think that's probably enough. Sorry, it's probably longer than it should be. But yeah, I kind of like this camera. I'll have to see what the sound is like. And it's a little heavier, a little more awkward, but I can see myself, so I can actually stay in the frame, which is probably a good idea. Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, enough of a video. And such. I just don't like editing this format. These MOV files, that's why I haven't used these cameras, just because I really don't like the format at all. So anyway, till the next time. Damn, the days are ending too. Look at it. The sun's already setting. It's no good. I got work to do. Fuck. And such. And whatnot. What button do I press? Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty. Look at her eyes. She's got great eyes. Come here, buddy. Come here. Yes. Look into the camera with your little pretty eyes. Come on, look. Look into the camera. Oh, you got a pretty face. Yes, you are a pretty girl. No cleavage either, though. Yeah. But I bet you she can get a lot of views on YouTube. She's a cute kitty. Pretty pussy. Anyway. I think that's all, folks. And such. So forth and